Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow room. Well, we're working our way now through Mahler and lots of symphonies. We've done lots of song cycles and the other stuff that Mahler did. Well, there wasn't all that much, right? But yeah. And so now we have symphonies. So we begin with the Ivan Fischer Symphony Number 2 with the Budapest Festival Orchestra. This is a spare. See, I haven't even taken the plastic off of it. It's a spare. I'm glad I have it. Some of these are getting hard to get. This is one of the great Mahler 2s. Gorgeously played, fabulously recorded, atmospheric, full of personality, grand when it needs to be grand, intimate when it needs to be intimate, and it has really just lovely engineering. I love this. You have to play it loud. You have to have a system that can drive it so you get the full dynamic range. But boy, is it powerful and impressive on Channel Classics. Absolutely marvelous. Oh, God. Mahler 5 with Norrington. Yes, absolutely horrible. Disgusting, revolting in every possible way. I mean, it's so bad, he doesn't even get the Adagietto right. I mean, in the sense of like timing, he takes 8 minutes and 54 seconds, which is 9 minutes. Mengelberg, who we just talked about in the last video, took 7 minutes and a bit. I mean, if he really wanted to be authentic, he would have sped it up even more, but he couldn't bring himself to do it. And if he sped it up even more, then we wouldn't miss the vibrato so much, because it's a function of how much time you have to make vibrato at each note. So the quicker the notes go, the less vibrato there is, and the happier Norrington should have been. But no, he wanted to prove that you could take it at a reasonably slow tempo and still do it without vibrato, which was, oh boy, was that a mistake. You know, it's very funny. The Adagietto actually does have one note where Mahler actually writes vibrato. And Norrington and his crowd argue that's the only note that should have vibrato. All the rest can ignore them, even where it's marked, passionate and espressivo and warm and all the other expressive enhancements, which necessarily include the use of vibrato. But this is like just a whole note at a very low dynamic level. And what that means, of course, and what the evidence richly supports, is the idea that at triple piano, at very soft dynamics on very long notes, players tended to drop out the vibrato, because less vibrato means the dynamics come out lower. Kusevitsky said, in pianissimo, you have to always use vibrato so the sound projects to the back of the hall. Well, I mean, that's the concept that's at work here. And so Mahler writes vibrato there specifically because he doesn't want the players to lose the vibrato that they've had in such abundance everywhere else in the movement. Yes. Anyway, this sucks beyond belief, but I saved it because look at my video about why we listen to bad performances. Because listening to somebody who gets everything wrong tells us what we should admire about the people who get everything right. Then we've got the Solti London Symphony Mahler 2. Oh, this is such a strange performance. It's a well-paced performance. It's exciting. The sonics are really artificial. So strange. At the very end of the symphony, where you're supposed to have an organ and you've got the two tam-tams going. Well, boy, you've never heard two tam-tams like you do here, but that's all you hear. Everything else is like in the background. And then for the last chord, you can actually hear them turning up the dials on the rest of the orchestra. It like comes out at you like, the train moving through the tunnel on a Bugs Bunny cartoon. You see going, like this. It has all kinds of issues like that. It's strangely recorded. It also has no bass. But it's a good Mahler, too. It's much better for all that than Solti's remake in Chicago. And it has Heather Harper and Helen Watts, the excellent soloists. Not that they really matter. They sing so little, but still, strange performance from 1964. They could have, that's about the same time that wonderful Decca War Requiem showed up. And you have to wonder why they couldn't give Solti similarly fine sonics. But they didn't, and Solti probably didn't care. Here's another Mahler, too, with Zinman. and Juliana Bonza and Anna Larson with the Schweitzer Kammerchor. Well, you need more than a Kammerchor to do Mahler too, and that's the problem with this performance. It's just undernourished, the whole thing. It just has it's lacking that sense of occasion and the big moments and all the things that you want in Mahler too. And it's given a fairly denatured surround sound recording and not special. It's on my list of the least ideal Mahler cycle as the choice for Mahler too, because it's just Zinman is a wonderful conductor. He really is, but he's not a romantic, grandiose style conductor. He just isn't, and so this symphony doesn't fit his persona. I don't think, or at least not in this performance. It's just a little bit too clipped and uninteresting. It's actually, Yoel Levy is a conductor somewhat similar to that with Atlanta, but he gets it. He gets it. He gets the big moments. He has the scope and the sense of occasion, whereas this just doesn't. So, go figure. Okay, Mahler 5 with Amsterdam and Haitink. Boy, I must have had this for a million years. This is 1970. It was recorded. This is an archivemusic.com print on demand CD. Oh, that's interesting. Yes, clearly you can see here. See, it was one of those when they had the relationship back in the day with Universal, they could do all this on demand stuff. So that's why I got it, because I wanted to just see how they were doing. It's a decent Mahler 5. It's like, early Haitink could either be wonderful because the orchestra was wonderful, or underplayed because he just wasn't terribly interesting as an interpreter at that point. And this is somewhere in between. It has lovely moments, and it says here that the rondo finale is 5 minutes and 49 seconds long. It's not. It's 15 minutes and 49 seconds. It's normally done, and there are some really good things about it. But there are. It's a little underplayed, but not terrible. Mahler 1 with the Tonhalle Zurich and David Zinman again. Okay, so this one comes with Blumina, which is nice to have as a bonus. It's not in its usual spot in the second position. It's offered as an encore, but you can always insert it if you feel like it. And this is a good Mahler 1. It's exciting. It's well played. It's fresh. It's lively. It's not overwhelmingly compelling, but it's not terrible. Mahler 4, Symphonies 2 and 4. This is a Vanguard twofer with the Utah Symphony and Abravanel. 2 absolutely lovely performances, actually. The second symphony has Beverly Sills as the soprano with Florence Kopelev. It is not the best recorded in the world. It is a little bit underplayed, but it has moments. It has moments. The fourth is beautiful. First of all, you've got Natanya Davrath, who's just a fabulous, perfect soloist for the finale. It's never been done better. And the playing in this performance is just sort of on another level from Abravanel's Utah Mahler cycle. The only thing is that's missing is a glockenspiel and that fast variation in the adagio when it's going the horns. The glockenspiel part isn't there. I don't know why. It's everywhere else it needs to be. But it is, in all other respects, as wonderful and fresh and lovely a Mahler 4 as you'll ever hear, with an amazing finale. And that's why it's a keeper. Here's another Mahler 4. This is the Karajan with Edith Mattis. This has some very strange moments. Karajan, in a way, was not the best person for Mahler 4 because he was just too, what's the word? It's not really mannered because he doesn't mess with tempos and pull the thing apart all that much. But he was a chord guy, and his sense of sonic sometimes goes against the music. When Mahler wants things to be really, really rough and raw, like, the 4 unison flutes in the first movement going da 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 da. They're supposed to sound like maybe a little out of tune, earthy. The climax of the adagio, the timpani are pounding, and they're kind of missing. It's strange. He does give you a tam-tam crash in the first movement, which is nice, but it's strange. That's all I can tell you. It has lovely moments, but strange half hours, let's put it that way. Mahler 4 with Bruno Walter and Desi Halban, soprano with the New York Phil. A very quick adagio, 17 minutes and 34 seconds. Some scruffy playing from the orchestra, especially in the climax of the first movement where some of the percussionists get lost. But it's Walter and it's Mahler, and it was what they could do at the time, so it's not terrible. But it's not one of Walter's better Mahler performances. And the singing, actually, in the finale is not as good as it should be either. You also get the early songs with Desi Halban playing and Walter at the piano. That's nice. That's worth the price of the disc. And, Bernstein's Mahler 4. Lots of Mahler 4s. We had a bunch of them here, haven't we? That's good. Bernstein, New York Phil with Rary Grist. She's the other great soprano, along with Natanya Davrath for Abravanel to sing the finale. She's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Innocent, open, intonationally pure as the driven snow. She's just amazing. And it's a great Mahler 4. All the way around. Simply wonderful. Brilliant, expressive, exciting, eruptive, but never mannered or messed with unduly. And remember, Bernstein's remake on Deutsche Grammophon with the Concertgebouw, which was also very good, but has that horrible boy soprano in the finale that kind of wrecks it. So this is the one to get for the Bernstein Mahler 4s. It's one of the reference recordings, without a doubt. So there you have it, my friends. Keep on listening and take care.